When you drive through here, the air is fresh before the hustle and bustle. It's very mind-settling. It puts your soul at ease. Out of all the whole United States, these non-natives came here. They picked the Navajo Nation to set up their shop. You wake up the next morning, boom, there's hoop houses. I'm not talking about 1, 2 hoop houses. I'm talking about 25 hoop houses that were put up overnight. From a distance, you don't know what it is. You just see plants until you actually zoom in and you realize this is marijuana.
The suspects were found staying in a Farmington motel where they occupied 19 rooms. Police found around 2,000 pounds of marijuana plants and substances in multiple rooms.
Last summer, hundreds of Chinese workers flocked to Shiprock, New Mexico for what they believed were well-paying jobs on legal hemp farms.
This time, COVID-19, we cannot open the restaurant. We cannot open the travel agency. Most of the businesses are dead, and the cannabis is only one.
But in less than 6 months, police raided and shut down dozens of farms. What they found there was high-grade marijuana, not hemp.
People had to pick up and leave as fast as possible. The fact that there's still clothing hanging here and food in the kitchen, I think, really speaks to how quickly people felt they had to get out of here.
Although medical marijuana is legal in New Mexico, it remains illegal on tribal land.
There's some paperwork back here, and this is... So they're looking for records, information, and evidence, controlled substances, including marijuana, THC, drug paraphernalia, scales, packaging material. It just looks like someone turned and ran and just left everything behind.
Based in California, Irving introduces the Chinese immigrant community to opportunities in the cannabis industry.
I'm one of the victims too. We are the guy who looking for opportunity. This is like a chain action, people looking for people.
In New Mexico, Irving's go-to person was Dene Benally, a former Navajo Farm Board official who claimed he had the authority to issue hemp permits. But things quickly spun out of control.
And you see just massive operations, huge greenhouses filling up entire plots of land, gates locked. It was very evident something very strange was going on in this community.
24-year-old Brandon Billy worked for Dene as a security guard.
When I noticed it started going fishy was when I was not allowed on some of the fields. People were stealing the hemp out of the farms. They were getting high, some of them said they were getting headaches, and just by the look of it and the smell, it didn't add up.
Dene Benally has been charged by the Navajo Nation, and there is an open federal investigation into his activities. But he insists that what he did was for the good of the Navajo people.
We have somebody who decided to make up their own rules and circumvent established law on the Navajo Nation. Nothing in this whole operation was legal. There wasn't legal business licenses. We're talking thousands of Asian immigrant workers. We don't know if their payroll was taxed. We don't even know if they got paid. This is just a cautionary tale to our leaders and our policymakers and our lawmakers across the United States that if you don't carefully plan out your laws and regulations, it can cause a big problem.
Is this your farm? Or is this China's farm?
Dene's hemp empire left the Navajo community deeply divided.
I've been shot through this window twice. Yeah, this is damaged completely. My headlights do not work anymore. I didn't want this to happen. I was just doing it just so I can work.
It also rattled the Chinese community, with 17 workers arrested and later released as the victims of human trafficking.
Sometimes I feel discrimination, but I cannot say too much about that. They are good people. They're not doing nothing wrong. They need to take care of the family.
For B, healing will not come easy.
I know the community members are still very upset because now we're battling the cleanup. You can see it from here. You know, it's an eyesore.
Having worked for Dene, Brandon now feels rejected by his own community.
Because of all the stuff that's happened to me, I just don't feel welcome no more. I'd rather live in my vehicle somewhere else where nobody knows me.